everyone, welcome to Chair Yoga with the Prescott Library. I have my co-star today, so hopefully we have a very entertaining chair program. We will just do some gentle stretches today, so if you got a mat, go for it to give yourself a little stability. A nice chair that gives you some space and stability also. Just take a gentle breath in. Just relax your shoulders back and down. Sitting closer towards the edge of your chair. A gentle breath reaching all the way up. And you're reaching real tall, opening up your spine and dropping down. Big breath coming up. And just relaxing down. Once more, reaching all the way up. Dropping your shoulders, holding. Have your hands a little bit wider. And then bring them in and open them up. Exhaling as your hands go wide, reaching up and relaxing out and up. Holding real long, engaging the lower part of your tummy, bring your belly button back and up, really holding in tight. And doing a gentle twist towards your right, opening up your low back. And big breath coming up. And twisting towards your left. Gentle breath coming up, and swan dive down, and just dropping your elbows to your knees, stretching your head towards me. And big breath coming up. And twisting towards your right. Relax your shoulders down. Big breath coming up. And a gentle twist, reaching towards your left. If you have a chair with a good, kind of a good upright back on it, you can hang on to the back and just help deepen your twist if it feels good. Big breath coming up. And swan dive down, elbows down towards your knees, stretching your body towards me. A nice big breath coming up. And gently twisting towards your right. Big breath coming up. And gently twisting towards your left. And gentle breath coming back up. And this time if you're ready for a deeper stretch, go all the way down to your swan dive, or you can always stay elbows to your knees, letting your back relax. And big breath coming up. Bring your hands out in front, really keeping your tummy engaged. And coming back, gentle lean back so you're still not touching the back of your chair. And coming up and reaching towards me. And coming back. Make sure your tummy is working. That's going to keep us pretty stable on this one. Keeping our tummy going. Coming up and reaching forward. Coming up and back, dropping your shoulders. Again, make sure that tummy is working. If you're not sure, sit up a little bit higher. You should feel your tummy feel a little bit longer. And if you drop back in and it gets a little bit bunchy, we're using it not in the way it wants to be worked. So sitting up a little bit higher, that's super easier for you. And coming up. And bring your hands into heart center. Take a nice big breath. And a gentle twist towards your right. And coming back towards center. And the left. And coming back. And reaching up. And bringing your hands forward. Back, dropping your shoulders in, and coming forward, and coming back, and reaching forward, and coming back, dropping your shoulders down, smiling because you love it. Up and bring your hands into heart center and twisting. Stretch out the abdominals. You just worked them pretty good. And back towards center and twisting towards your left. And back towards center, reaching up. And this time as you reach forward with our hands, we're leaning back. Little bit of lift on the right. Kind of feel a little bit of that side part of your obliques are the ones working, a little bit of your rectus abdominis, and coming up and back. Coming up. Stretch real tall and coming in again. Dropping your shoulders. If this is too easy, you can always bring your leg out. And back. I do notice on myself that sometimes I'll do one of these things and change the lever on there, and all of a sudden I kind of give out. So that might just be too much for me, or I was maybe too far in a back position. I might be up a little bit higher to make that work. And dropping down, reaching up. So honor those modifications that you need. And dropping back. Maybe try sitting up a little bit higher and with your leg up and out. And up. And out. And reaching up. And drop all the way down, letting your body relax down. Nice big breath coming up. Bring your hands out in front. And bring your hands back and behind you. So feeling like you're going to take a dive into the diving board. So reaching up and coming back. Reaching up, holding your arms, breath coming up. Bring your hands into heart center. Gentle breath in and out. And reaching up. And bring your arms out to the sides. Got your platter of milk and cookies. Gentle circles. I'm going to spill a drop. Maybe you're more worried about the cookie falling. I don't know. So we're just doing some gentle circles towards me. We're going to hold. Let somebody take those platters off of our hands. And drop them down. Doing some gentle circles again towards me. Working a lot of our shoulder muscles today. And if you're noticing that it's maybe too much, like your arms are just ridiculously tired, just drop them down. Hang out down there. We're still getting the movement in there. We're still using the muscles. It just takes a lot of that tension, because if you bring arms back up, a lot more tension. So honor what you're feeling in your body today. That's very important. I don't know how your body feels each day. Only you do. And then go backwards. And just holding, because that's amazing, right? And just gently bring your hands into heart center. Nice big breath. Reaching up. Bring your hands out to the sides. And dropping them down. Pretend you have some hand weights. Let's do a little bit of arm pumping. And going slow. So opposition. So now we're doing a little bit of brain work. So bring them both up and down at the same time. And opposition. Focus in on that bicep so you can really engage. And dropping them down. Making sure they work in tandem. In opposition. You can bring your upper body in, doing some little extra twisting. Dropping them down, bring your hands up into heart center. Nice big breath, bring your hands out towards me. Big breath coming open. And dropping towards the right, left arm up. Drop your shoulder down just a little bit, gazing up at your hand. And switch sides. Might feel that a little bit into your pelvis and into your lower tailbone area and coming up. Dropping down, gazing up at your left hand. And you can either gaze up, or if you need a different stretch, you can even gaze down. Find what's comfortable in your neck, or just stay forward. And switch sides. So I'm starting up. And depending on how your shoulders are, that might give you too much tension. So dropping and turning away just gives you a very different stretch. Up and relaxing down. Once more, left arm up, and you can again try looking away. Changes the stretch down your back. And switch sides. Gentle breath coming up, and bring your hands into heart center. Gentle breath in and out. Coming back a little bit. So bring your toes together. We're just doing some regular toe taps. Kind of lift your chest up a little bit. So doing some core work, keeping ourselves strong. And see if you can switch midair. Holding in and coming up. A little bit of a shake it out. Nice big breath. Engage your tummy again, coming back. Bring your knees up. A little bit of an extra lift. Keeping your feet off of the ground if you've got it, or do some toe taps, that's fine. See which challenge you need. Might be a little bit more of a brain thing to touch. And relaxing down. A little side to side shuffle. Nice big breath, widening your knees, sit a little bit closer towards the edge of your mat. And dropping your right leg down and coming up. And big breath coming up. And rotating. Relax your shoulder down and coming up. And switch sides. A big breath coming up. And switch sides. Big breath coming up and switch. You can go down a little bit more if you need a deeper stretch. You can bring your arm up a little bit higher. You don't need to make this one work too hard. We're still getting a really good stretch. And coming up, and bring your hands into heart center. Walk your feet back in. Right leg over. Right arm under, and do a wrap, doing our eagle's pose, and dropping in. And this one, even if you have your hands on your shoulders, perfect. You don't need to overdo it, especially if you have a wonky shoulder, elbows, maybe kind of a big joint thing. Tops of your arms together. And gently unwind your arms and unwind your legs. Switch sides. So bring your hands out, left arm under, right arm on top, and find the wrap that feels best in your body. Gentle breath in, relaxing your arms out. Give your shoulders a little roll if you need them. Switch legs, right leg over, right arm under. Holding in, you can reach up a little bit higher, or you can drop in. Big breath and just relax them out. Switch sides. Left hand or left knee on top, left arm underneath. And you can try stretching up and dropping down. And big breath. Just relax them out. Shake them out a little bit. Big breath. Switch sides. Right leg, right arm under. And big breath. So relax your arms out. Switch your legs. Left arm underneath. Forgetting already. And just gently holding in. Gentle breath. Just relax your arms. Feel your shoulders. Just bring your hands up and just gently lifting your elbows up, opening up the bottom parts of the inside of our wrists that get kind of tight. And lifting up. Lift a little bit higher than you normally would, right? So see if you can have your elbows parallel with your shoulders and drop them down, opening up your wrists. And big breath coming up. And dropping down. And press your hands a little bit towards me, opening up the outside of your wrists and pressing them in. A little bit of wrist stretching. Pressing your pinkies in towards me and coming back. Just relax your arms down. Do once more kind of a fun one, opening up. See if you can open your hands up, doing a little bit of a different stretch on the whole interior of your shoulder. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. And coming back in. You can relax your arms if you need to. You're going to feel it definitely in that deltoid. And coming up again. Hang out here. If you want to try a little bit harder, gently coming back in. Shake your hands out. Nice big breath. Do a little bit of a wrist and hand stretch. So opening up, palms towards me on your right side. And switching sides. Shake them out a little bit, and then bring your hand to the top of your right hand, and just dropping and opening up the top part of your wrist, and bring in all that stretch inside of your the radial part of your arm. Does a lot of stretching in there, especially if you do a lot of winter crafts. You're going to do a lot of work with this, but it's for those computer people. This gets tight on a lot, going all the way into your elbow. Shake them out a little bit. Probably felt a really good stretch in the whole top of your wrist and even going into your elbow, so that was the goal. Once more, palms towards me. And switch sides. A nice part about these stretches, you could be on a Zoom call and still help your wrist health out. And dropping your right hand down. And switch sides. And gently relax them out, shake them out. Take a few gentle breaths in. Thank your body for all that really good stretching. Thank you for joining us today. Namaste.